Today, we are diving headfirst into a living, breathing labyrinth right in the heart of Cairo. This is a place where centuries of history, incredible craftsmanship, and vibrant culture all get woven together into this amazing tapestry of sights, sounds, and, oh, the smells. We're going to Khan el-Khalili.
I mean, just take a second and imagine it. You're standing in an alleyway that's been here for over 600 years. The air is just thick with the smell of spices and rich perfumes, and you can hear the sound of a coppersmith's hammer echoing off these ancient stone walls. See, this isn't just a market, it is a time machine.
Okay, let's get right into it. Because to really get what Khan el-Khalili is all about, you've got to understand you're not just walking into a mall or some shopping district. No way. You are stepping into a piece of living history that has been the economic and social engine of old Cairo for centuries.
So the whole story kicks off way back in 1382. An emir, a guy named Jaharks al-Khalili, he builds this huge caravanserai, which is basically a fortified hotel for merchants traveling on the caravan routes. And from there, it just explodes. Under the Ottomans, it becomes this vital hub for spices and all kinds of luxury goods. Then, by the 18th century, you have these legendary coffee houses popping up, turning the whole place into Cairo's social heartbeat. And of course, in 1979, it gets its official recognition as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Today, it's still thriving, a direct living link to that incredible past.
And its location? I mean, that tells you the whole story. It's not tucked away on the outskirts somewhere. It is literally woven into the fabric of historic Cairo, right next to the Al-Azhar Mosque, which is over 1,000 years old itself. This place has always been the center of the action.
Okay, so how on earth do you even begin to navigate this incredible medieval maze? Well, the thing to know is that it's not just one big market. It's actually a whole collection of smaller, specialized districts, or souks, and each one has its own vibe, its own treasures. The real secret is knowing where to look.
Which, of course, brings us to the most important question, right? You've got hundreds upon hundreds of shops here, and let's be honest, a lot of them are tourist traps selling factory-made stuff. So how do you find the real treasures? How do you get to the authentic heart of the bazaar and find the actual artisans? All right, here it is. This is the insider's map. Now, most visitors, they never get past that main tourist alley. But if you're brave enough to push a little deeper, that's where you find the real markets. We're talking about the spice market, which is mostly for locals and has unbelievable quality. Or the copper workshops, where you can literally hear the artisans at work. And then there's the gold souk, where the pricing is fair and transparent. Just knowing this one thing, it changes your entire experience.
And when you know where to look, oh, the things you'll find. First, you'll see them everywhere, the gleaming brass lanterns. Their super intricate carvings and bits of colored glass just cast these magical dancing patterns on the walls, especially when the sun goes down.
Then you've got these stunning wooden boxes, inlaid with mother of pearl. And this is not some quick job. It is a painstaking ancient art form. Craftsmen set hundreds of tiny, shimmering pieces into resin to create these unbelievably elegant designs. And your nose is going to go crazy. The whole experience is just a sensory overload in the best way. Stalls are overflowing with aromatic spices. You'll see these huge piles of crimson hibiscus flowers for tea, mountains of fragrant cumin, and you'll catch that deep, woody scent of oud and frankincense in the air. And of course, you wander into the gold souk. Here, it's all shimmering jewelry. A classic thing to get is a cartouche pendant. You can have your name engraved on it in ancient hieroglyphics. Every single piece in here feels like it has a story. But look, the shopping is amazing. But the true soul of Khan el-Khalili, it isn't just in what you can buy. No, it's in the architecture, it's in the atmosphere, it's in the living, breathing culture that just fills every single one of its narrow alleys. Here's a perfect example. I want you to do something. When you walk through the alleys, just look up. You'll see these incredible projecting windows called mashrubiyah. And that intricate wooden latticework you see, it is so much more than just decoration. It's an absolute marvel of design. This is the genius of it. The latticework gives you shade from that intense desert sun. It lets cool air flow through the building, and it lets people inside see what's happening on the street without being seen themselves. It's like a natural air conditioner and a one-way mirror, all made with this incredible artistry. Beautiful, functional, and deeply cultural, all at once. Now, when you need a moment to just sit down and soak it all in, you absolutely have to experience one of the bazaar's historic coffee houses. Trust me,
These aren't just places to grab a drink, they are powerful cultural institutions.
And there is none more famous, more legendary than el-Fishawy. This quote right here is from Egypt's only Nobel Prize-winning author, Naguib Mahfouz. He actually called this cafe his second home, and he wrote parts of his most famous novels sitting right here.
So what you've got to understand is that this place is a living monument. I mean, just listen to this. It's been running non-stop since 1773. The same family has run it for 7 generations. It's open 24/7. The decor is a total time capsule, with these enormous gilded mirrors that the original owner put up so he could keep an eye on the alleys. So sitting down for a mint tea here, it's not just a break, it's plugging directly into Cairo's cultural heartbeats.
All right, you're inspired, you're ready to go, so let's make sure you do it right. Here are some essential tips to help you navigate this market like you've been doing it for years, not like a first-time tourist. First things first, haggling. And don't be nervous. It's not a fight, it's not aggressive, it's an expected part of the culture. It's more like a friendly social dance. So step 1, know the real price. Look around first. Step 2, start your offer low, maybe half what they first ask. 3, keep it friendly. Smile, be respectful. 4, a little bit of Arabic like gali awi, which means too expensive, shows you know the game. And the most important step, number 5, be ready to politely say no thank you and walk away. You'd be amazed how often that's when you get the best deal.
And a few simple rules of etiquette will make your experience so much better. Always greet the shopkeepers. If someone offers you tea, it's a sign of hospitality. Absolutely accept it and enjoy the conversation. Remember to dress modestly, cover your shoulders and knees. And this is a big one. Always ask permission before taking photos of people or their shops. Really, the key is to be respectful and just don't rush. The bazaar is meant to be savored.
Now, you're probably wondering about money. Can you use a card? Well, sometimes. The market is slowly catching up, and you'll find digital payments in maybe 20% of the bigger shops. But tradition is strong here. For almost everything else, and especially for getting the best deals, cash is absolutely king.
So as your day in the bazaar winds down, just imagine taking home not just some random souvenir, but a real piece of this history. Something like a handcrafted lantern, whose light literally connects your home to a 600-year-old tradition of pure artistry.
Let's just pause on that number for a second. Over 600 years, this one single marketplace has watched empires rise and fall. It survived plagues, it survived massive political changes, and yet it's still here. And it's just as vibrant today as it was centuries ago.
And all of this leaves us with one final thought, one big question. A place like Khan el-Khalili teaches us that a market can be so much more than just a place to buy things. It can be a living museum, it can be a cultural theater, and it can be the very soul of a city, written in stone, in spice, and in the stories of its people.